much. And I have actual details as to why. But I did make a review on it. Please check that out. I really gotta, real talk. I really gotta organize the movie review playlist. Let's be real. Let's be blunt. Okay. I feel like the YouTube Shorts have been a really good way for me to review stuff. I just hate seeing my mug on my For You page. I'll watch on my private YouTube account, right? That's not work related. And then I'm like, Nightingale posted thoughts on Stranger Things 5. And I'm like, what is this idiot talking about? What is this numbnut referring to when he said he didn't like the FNAF movie? Look, I'm willing to explain, right? I actually got into an argument with a FNAF VHS creator yesterday because I posted in a server that I'm in about I was like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I did not like Stranger Things 5. And they're like, you're an idiot! You didn't watch the Broadway show that makes you understand Vecna's character for season 5. And I said, hold on, right? There's a wait, so yeah, I'll watch the rest because I'm fair, I'm a fair reviewer and critic, and that I will watch the rest of Stranger Things 5 to get the full story and see where I lie on it. My issue is, right, this buddy goes, you have to watch the Broadway show to understand Vecna's story in season 5. You don't like season 5 because you don't get it. And I said, no, I don't like season 5 of Stranger Things because it's poorly written. It is hot garbage in terms of writing. The Broadway show was a territorial Broadway show that aired for 3 months. All right. And it gave you the story of Vecna and how, spoilers and stuff, right? I am very grateful. Thank you, Holly. The Broadway show explains stuff from season 5, and you will not fully understand Vecna's character in season 5 unless you watch the Broadway show. But the Broadway show aired in different areas of the country or the world for 3 months, and Netflix did not air the Broadway show on their platform. So why do I need to watch? I'm getting loud. This is how passionate I am. Why do I need to watch a Broadway show to understand season 5 of Stranger Things, which I already waited 3 years to watch season 5 of Stranger Things, but I needed to have traveled to a center to watch the Broadway show to understand Vecna for season 5, and season 5 doesn't explain it to me? Not only that, you don't put the Broadway show on Netflix before season 5 comes out? Why? That's so dumb. That's actually poor marketing. That's terrible marketing. So you want me to prove my worth as a Stranger Things fan, to drop everything I'm doing in the world, travel to New York City, sit in an auditorium for $100 for 3 hours, and then, and only then, will I understand why Vecna, the literal deity of fear and terror in the Stranger Things world, is scared of a cave? No! That's horrible writing! That's horrible marketing! That's trash! And then, okay, I'm not trying to diss the show, right? Let's talk about season 5, because I've done a review on it. I've done a whole review on season 5. The first episode of season 5 starts with 15 minutes of Robin sitting in a comm center, being a radio show host, being like, this is what you've missed since season 4. You know, the show that came out 3 years ago? Well, it's been 1 year and 7 months since season 4. Last season ended with giant black death clouds with red lightning and the Upside Down coming into our world. But it's okay, because in the 1 year and 7 months off screen, we somehow contained the Upside Down in a giant gate where the gate was created. By the way, Will has powers now. Deal with it. That's so trash. That's such bad writing. My neck cracked. That's such bad writing. And if you like the season, more power to you. It's just I'm not gonna sit here and hold your hand when I tell you the FNAF movie has bad writing and Stranger Things 5 was rushed. Like I review for a living. I review for a living, you know? Like it's my job. Now, YouTube pays me for this now. Like this is my job to be there and be like, hey, these are my problems and these are things I liked and disliked about said product. I'm not gonna sit here and hold your hand and be like, oh, well, I'm afraid the internet will be mad at me for saying that I don't really like Stranger Things anymore. And then a red dot peers in through my window as a Millie Bobby Brown supporter has a sniper on me, all because I didn't like the scene where Eleven holds her arm up, screams, blood comes out of her nose, and she saves the day. You know, the thing that has happened in every season. Sorry. I got a little carried away there. But, you know, you get what I mean. Look, let's be real, right? Let's put that aside. You have to watch a Broadway show to understand season 5. For those who know Stranger Things, why are we sitting there acting like season 5 isn't going to end with all the characters, Mike and Eleven? Why are we gonna sit there and act like all the characters with powers in Stranger Things aren't gonna hold their hands up, scream at Vecna, and Vecna's gonna disappear? That's how the show is gonna end. Remember those words in 2 weeks. All right, the Stranger Things finale is next week. All right, remember me next week, okay? Look, I say Mike and Eleven because the show has been building up Mike and Eleven, and I feel like Mike is so much better in season 5 than he's been in the past 2 seasons, and Will is so forced in this season because Will hasn't been a character in like 3 seasons. In season 2, Will was integral to the story. In season 3, he held the back of his neck every 5 seconds. And then in season 4, really nothing happened with him at all. And in season 5, they made him the most important character again. Like, that's so boring. That's so lazy. I also don't appreciate the characters having plot armor in season 5. Like, how come Mrs. Wheeler gets jumped by a Demogorgon, but hear me out now, Mrs. Wheeler gets jumped near death, actually gutted by a Demogorgon. The next episode, Joyce is swinging an axe at one. It's like, whoa, hey, don't hit me. The Demogorgons. Okay, season one, okay? I'm so sorry, but I'm hyper fixated on this now. Thank you. Season 1, one Demogorgon. There is one Demogorgon that takes out the entire city of Hawkins and kidnaps Will. Season 2, there is an army of demo dogs that wipe out Hawkins. Season 3, they're out the window. Season 4, one Demogorgon wipes out an entire platoon of prisoners in Russia. One Demogorgon wipes out people with guns, swords, spears, weapons, armory, all of it. One does it. In season 5, a Demogorgon gets stabbed by a bottle and guts Mrs. Wheeler. The next episode of season 5, a Demogorgon is scared of an axe. Tell me how that makes sense. That doesn't. That's bad writing. That's plot armor. You don't want Joyce to die because you think she's an essential character. You're telling me Vecna shows up in episode 4 of season 5 and wipes out a platoon of military soldiers, an actual military base of military soldiers, and he stabs one in the face. He's setting them on fire. He's sending Demogorgons to rip them to shreds, but he throws Joyce like 5 inches away from where she was, and not only that, he has Will and the entire cast that's in Hawkins in his grasp, and he doesn't kill them? Dude, you've been beaten like 15 times in this show. Why don't you kill them? Oh, my jaw. I'm so sorry. It's plot armor. It's such bad writing. It's plot armor. That's so, why doesn't Hopper kill Dr. K? Dr. K, right? Dr. K, new character, Sarah Connor. Dr. K tortures Eleven with a newfound kryptonite ability, right? Dr. K has a new ability to fight Eleven. It's like these sonic waves, right? They use this on the Hulk. And it affects Eleven. You're telling me in the 8 years this has been going on at Hawkins, it's only been 4 years, by the way. In the 4 years that Hawkins has been attacked by Demogorgons, right? The 4 years Hawkins has been jumped by Demogorgons. You found a way to combat the superhero teenager, but not the actual threat that has jumped your city for 4 years? And then Hopper's like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself, Eleven. I love you, Jane. He's ripping his shirt off, and there's like a suicide vest. He's like, I can't do this, Jane. I'm gonna kill myself for all of Hawkins, and I'm gonna be the hero of Hawkins. And then he walks right out the door like, I threw up. Sorry, Eleven. I didn't mean to like scare you, my literal daughter, and threaten like blowing up the Upside Down with me in it. But you might want to take a look at this. It's really important. And then Hopper has Dr. K like in a chokehold, and he pistol whips her. Dude, shoot her head off. You just killed like 15 armed gunmen. What are you doing? What are you thinking? Am I valid for this? Am I valid for this? Season 5 is trash. Don't even get me started. On Steve and Dustin and Jonathan this season. Jonathan and Steve are no longer main characters of the show. They are simply Nancy simps that need to fill Nancy's character and plot. They don't matter anymore. Jonathan has to propose to Nancy. Steve has the hots for Nancy. Dustin sucks this season. Eddie, my friend of 4 months who I looked up to and played Dungeons and Dragons with, he died in my arms, and now I'm traumatized, and therefore I'm going to be the worst character in the show and get myself pummeled and beat up for Eddie because Eddie did nothing wrong. Dude, you have lived in this show since the beginning. No one believes you about anything. You watched a giant flesh monster destroy a mall after you chucked fireworks at it, and nobody believed you. In what world is a guy getting blamed for all this not gonna get blamed for it? You are the worst character in this show. Dustin this season sucks. Steve this season sucks. Nancy still rocks. Mike this season is great. Will having powers. Can we talk about that? Will having powers sucks. That's so boring. I watched reactions where people cried like, he's not a victim anymore. My brother in Christ, Will hasn't been a victim since season 2. He's had goosebumps. That's all he's had. Guys, I'm rubbing the back of my neck. Something's not right. Vecna's coming. Dude, shut up. Stop. That's so trash. Dude. And then Jonathan this season, or not Jonathan, Steve this season is a walking product placement. I love Gatorade in glass bottle. You know Boppers, the peanut butter Boppers. Man, do I miss Boppers. It's like, get it? You lived in the 80s? Do you remember Boppers? I can't wait to eat my Dunkaroos. What are you fine. It's so bad. Why doesn't Vecna kill people when he has the chance? Why does Vecna aura farm when he has a chance? Why is Vecna on Ozempic? Oh, my jaw, dude. Oh. Did you guys miss this? Did you miss these live streams? I hope you did. I hope you did.